One story that has been dominating national headlines for weeks now is about the protest staged by India's top wrestlers demanding action against Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, the president of the Wrestling Federation of India. Singh has been accused by 7 women wrestlers, including a minor, of sexual harassment. The man faces 2 FIRs and serious charges under the POCSO Act. Yet, he roams free, publicly intimidating the wrestlers, making vicious personal attacks on his accusers, daring them to prove their allegations and accusing them of maligning his image for political reasons. These are some of the country's medal-winning athletes and Olympic champions that we are talking about. We've witnessed the heartbreaking images of these national heroes being roughed up, dragged on the streets, pinned to the ground by the Delhi police during a protest march in the heart of India's national capital. The wrestlers nearly threw their medals into the Ganga river in protest. All this over one man, Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, the Wrestling Federation chief and a 6-time member of parliament belonging to the BJP. For the longest time, the Delhi police had refused to even register an FIR against him. It took the intervention of India's Supreme Court to get the police to finally lodge cases against this man. Ordinarily, in a POCSO case, that is, a Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act case, it doesn't take the police long to arrest the accused. But guess what? In this case, the Delhi police are yet to even question the man. In their wisdom, they sent a team to Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh's Uttar Pradesh residence today to record the statements of 12 individuals who work for him, including his driver. Prior to this, the police had recorded the statements of at least 137 people in this case. But not once have they deemed it fit, so far, to question the accused in this sexual harassment case, leave alone arrest him. Needless to say, with every passing day, amid the inordinate delay in their investigation, the credibility of the Delhi police is fast eroding. Questions are being asked about their motives, as accusations of them deliberately dragging their feet to shield an influential man swirl around. The question is simply this: will the Delhi police now act and redeem themselves? Remember, this isn't just about their image and credibility. A lot is riding on this case, including the credibility of the justice delivery system itself. The entire nation is watching. You have an update for us.
Well, Neha, I think, one very important update has come is that Delhi police has questioned Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, BJP MP Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, twice for 6 hours each. And the reason why they have gone to Gonda is now also being clarified, is that, in her statement, it was alleged that on 16th and 17th of October 2017, Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh had called a wrestler to his residence and had, acted indecently. When police asked this question to Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, he said that no, at that point of time, on those dates, he was in Lucknow and Gonda. And this is the reason why Delhi police, after questioning Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh twice, they have gone to corroborate his evidences both in Lucknow as well as in Gonda at his residence, whether what Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh is saying is correct or not. And I think this is an important piece of information which has just come, which I was sharing with our viewers and all, is that Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh has been questioned twice, and the reason why Delhi police has gone to Gonda is to verify whether what Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh is saying is true or not. Because once this corroboration takes place, only then the Delhi police will be in a position to file a status report as far as this particular case is concerned.
Like Brijesh and I said, you might agree, sir, that the Delhi police have not covered themselves in glory at all in the manner in which they have conducted this case so far. It took the intervention of the top court of this country for the Delhi police to even register an FIR against this man called Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh. It wasn't enough that the country's medal-winning champions, some of them Olympic champions, had made such serious accusations against the man. It wasn't enough that one of his accusers happens to be a minor. And even since the FIR was registered following the intervention of the Supreme Court, it took the Delhi police ages to even question this man. Now, our colleague Brijesh Pandey is telling us that yes, Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh has finally been questioned twice. And I wonder, Mr. Rao, whether to thank the Delhi police whether to say thank you for finally doing your job or finally getting down to doing what needs to be done in this case, in a case such as this?
I must tell you on the three parts I will discuss on this when give me some time. Number one point, why the police did not register this case initially, that is Delhi police is definitely at fault. I don't support that. I don't support Delhi police for that, because the wrestlers were not supposed to approach to Supreme Court, and they should not have gone there Supreme Court. But the Delhi police must have registered this FIR, because after 2013 there was some Criminal Amendment Act in 2013 that any complaint about the sexual harassment and rape or a molestation, etc., that complaint should be registered forthwith and investigation should be started. Should not be any delay. Number one, that Delhi police was at fault at that time. Secondly, when these wrestlers went again to Supreme Court just for demanding of the arrest of Brij Bhushan Singh, that was Supreme Court itself did not agree to that demand, because legally the court, no court or no any other authority can direct any investigating officer to arrest someone or not arrest someone. This is total prerogative of an investigating officer. Because I don't know, and I'm not supporting that Brij Bhushan Singh, if he has done something wrong, he must be punished. Definitely he must be punished. And for punishment, there must be some proper evidence against him, which is being collected by Delhi police. And if there is no need of investigation, then register an FIR, arrest the person. There's no need of investigation. But here, we want a justice for these wrestlers. I also belong to Haryana. I pay all regards to all the wrestlers, and I'm very sympathetic to their demands also. But at the same time, just to tight investigation, that the investigation without any loopholes, that Delhi police must be given.
But Mr. Rao, let me ask you this question, sir. I have a follow-up question for you, sir.
Please let me.
Sir, I have an important question for you.
1 minute.
Okay.
Let not take more than 1 minute.
Okay.
Let the police investigate all these things. They are collecting this evidence. They have interrogated him. They have gone to Gonda to corroborate his statement, because that matter is very old one, and the police has to go patience with a very patience and very.
Okay, I've heard you, sir. Sanjay Chaddha, you know, a lot has been said by the Delhi police and on behalf of the Delhi police about why they've acted the way they have and refused to do what they have in recent weeks in this particular case. We've been told that, you know, it was very important to verify the veracity of the allegations made against this great man called Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh. Before that, how could an FIR be registered? How could the Delhi police even dream of arresting him? How could they even dream of questioning him? Never mind the fact that he faces a POCSO case. Sir, you are a lawyer, you know this better than me. Tell me, sir, is this not correct? That as per the Supreme Court verdict in the Lalita Kumari versus Government of Uttar Pradesh and others case going back to 2014, if the truthfulness and plausibility of the explanation for the delay in the registration, in the filing of a complaint are established to the satisfaction of the court, then, you know, then there is absolutely no justification on part of the police in registering an FIR. Why do I say this? Because a lot of people have said, oh, but you know, these wrestlers have come out after so many years. It took them years to come out and register this complaint against Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh. But sir, tell me, has the Supreme Court of India not clearly laid down that whether it is 2 months, 2 years or 7 years, if any woman comes out and says that she has faced sexual harassment and the court is satisfied that there is merit in the allegations that she is leveling, then there is no reason or justification to delay registering an FIR. Is that true or not, sir?
Absolutely true. And you yourself has quoted the law. You yourself have quoted the judgment. You hit the nail. I wanted to quote this judgment. And everybody who talks about FIR and what are the circumstances in which circumstances the FIR is to be recorded, will always quote this judgment. This is a very landmark judgment. That is one. Second, all the constitutional courts, high courts and Supreme Court, have in iota of judgments have stated that if a person comes to you, alleges something, I'm saying person, not woman. Woman is more, a way ahead. Even a person goes that, look, this thing has happened. FIR is the first place from where the criminal law moves, the action takes. No, if it is a false FIR, the police has all rights to file a closure report. So the law is very clear that in case there is some allegation, somebody comes and says that, look, this has happened, you have to file an FIR, number one. Number two, the law is so strict that in case you don't register an FIR or the officer don't register an FIR, there is a specific provision for punishing such officer. You can ask the police person sitting here. There is a CRPC, there is a specific provision which says that such officer will be punished. That is what is the law of the land.
Dereliction of
But
duty.
I will take 1 minute, Neha.
Yes, please go
Something
ahead.
which I am going to say, which shocks the conscience of this country. Every day, I know many such people who have time and again said that, look, if you have to register an FIR, you have to go to your political ACA. Some MP, MLA has to phone. Then only police will mark into action. Even in rural area, which is 80% plus of this country, where the rule is not rule of law with which we are governed. It is rule by the politicians. A day before we have seen the judgment of that Mukhtar Ansari. It took 32 years. District court only. Neha,
Yes.
we are not going anywhere else. District
Exactly.
court only. Then you go to High Court.
It'll
then
probably
you
be
go
another
to-
30 years by the time it reaches the Supreme Court, which eventually it will.
I totally agree with you. I mean, this is the state of our criminal justice delivery system. If this is the state of system we have, then I think we should close doors. We should sit quietly at home, scared, because there's nobody to save you. There are people who are just collecting taxes. And if I may further say something that will be very painful, listening that the way the corruption is there, I really respect Delhi police. They are very fast. We have got excellent officers in Delhi police. But what SIT has been framed? Who are those people who are investigating? Is there somebody who knows that in cases of POXCO, you have to first arrest the criminal? This
Exactly.
is the first and only case.
I just want to quickly share some fun facts with our viewers about this great man called Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh. Now, I'm not suggesting that his track record should, prejudice the current case against him. I know the law has to follow its own course in this particular case, but just for the benefit of our viewers, I want to share some interesting facts about this man. Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, even at present, faces a total of 17 criminal cases. At one point, there were 38 cases against him. These included cases of theft, rioting, murder, attempt to murder, criminal intimidation, kidnapping. Registered between 1974 and 2007. The man has been booked under the UP Gundas Act. He's been booked under some of the most stringent provisions of the Gangsters and Anti-Social Activities Act. Now, of course, he faces a sexual harassment case. Sunita Godhara, your thoughts on how the Delhi police have handled this case so far? I don't know how to react to this, but yes, we are told now that finally Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh has been questioned by the Delhi police, and I wonder if they're waiting to be patted on the back for that.
See, first of all, the police treated all the Olympians, the heroes, sports heroes, they mishandled them. From day one, the way they were treating them when there was heavy rain, they did not allow them the court inside. When they were sitting there, and the way they mishandled them, beating them, taking them away. And I have seen 10 police did Ghirao of Vinesh Phogat alone. And you know what? I don't know why they were not allowing her to go home, whereas they asked only one policeman for their safety, but there were 10 of them. And Vinesh Phogat saying, encounter karna hai kya? Means it was on the road somewhere when she was going back home on 28th. But anyway, saying all this, whatever legal course is going on, that is why from day one I'm saying that we have a very strong sports law, international sports law, and this man, we have to shame this man, and that can be done only by sports law. And in sports law, as per Olympic Charter, behavioral misconduct, if any official is doing, that is banned for life from sports. But the problem is we don't have any panel, disciplinary panel. We don't have any sports, national sports commission with us, which has legal rights like a fast track court or like a tribunal court. We have signed, India has signed Olympic Charter, India has signed Indian Olympic, International Olympic Committee Charter, and they have to have some kind of mechanism where sports people can go and complain against sexual harassment, against age fraud, against other problems, corruption in sports, anything. But there is no mechanism where they can go. There is no redressal system in sports. So on 4th May, I've been asking this for last 30 years, you know. Like if I tell you, it's so bizarre. When I won the Asian gold medal and I was supposed to get that national cash award, and I was not given because I was fighting against drug abuse in sports. And my federation thought I'm fighting against them. So my name was not nominated. I had to go to High Court for writ petition. If there was some redressal system, some ethics panel in our sports arena, I would have gone there. Why should athletes go to Supreme Court? Why should we go to High Court?
To get
We
an
should
FIR
have
registered. Forget about anything else.
not
Forget
in
about the
place.
arrest of the man. Just for an FIR. Just for an FIR, they had to knock on the doors of the Supreme Court of
that's
India.
Right. And you know what behavioral misconduct he is doing from day one? He's calling our sports stars mantra.
Yes.
He is calling Olympic medal 15 rupees ka medal. And he is talking all nonsense when he is talking very rough language for these female athletes. So that behavioral misconduct can give him punishment. And you know, the sports law should fall like ton of bricks on him, shame him. This only sports ministry or Indian Olympic Association can do. And what they say that federation is an independent body.
But unfortunately,
federation is giving public
you are saying the
service.
sports ministry and the Indian Olympic Association alone can do this. But you know, if so many of us were so disappointed.
At least shame him by banning him from sports.
Ma'am, it is the protesting wrestlers who were shamed. It is these women who
that's
were
the problem.
shamed.
Here
So
everything
many of
is
us were
upside
so
down.
disappointed when PT Usha, a woman we have looked up to all our lives, a legend,
And she's saying they are
a female
indisciplined.
icon for millions of women of this country. She is the IOA chief now, and she came out and gave a statement saying that
they are
these
indisciplined.
wrestlers have tarnished the image of India. I do not remember being more disappointed by anything than this statement from PT Usha.